Mrs. Harman, welcome to Swindon.
Thank you.
This is your 8th general election. What's different about this one?
Well, I think this is a real watershed election because I really fear for the situation if the Conservatives get back in and they cut public spending back to levels which haven't been seen since the 1930s in order to give a tax cut to people who are better off. I mean, I think it's a really, really clear choice. Fewer and fewer people have been voting, and certainly fewer and fewer women have been voting. And actually, if people don't vote, then the democracy really lacks, legitimacy. So here in this region, 740,000 women didn't vote last time at the general election. The suffragettes fought for women to have the right to vote, and we're giving them the reason to vote and explaining why actually voting for us would make a difference to their lives.
You're here to support Anne, the local Labour candidate, here at the Croft Children's Centre, which is going to close, and you want to keep it open.
That's right. Yes, I do. I don't want to see any of the children's centres close on the 31st of March. I understand that the council is strapped for cash, and I'm very sorry about that. But also they've added £10 million to their own debt this year. What I would say to the council is, if there's a Labour government on the 7th of May, then we will provide extra childcare hours for parents of 3 and 4-year-olds, and that's 25 hours a week. Now, we've got to put those children somewhere. We have purpose-built children's centres, such as the one at Croft, and the other 6 that are closing across Swindon. Let's keep those rooms available for the next Labour government to use them, so that people, parents and children in Swindon don't miss out on that fantastic offer. Childcare costs have gone up by 40% since 2010 in Swindon. People can't afford to put their children in nurseries, and we need those children well looked after in purpose-built buildings, which we have at the moment.
So there's an ageing population, especially here in Swindon. How do you argue the fact that there isn't enough money for young children and there's not enough money for the ageing population?
Well, I think it's very unfair, and we would never set services for the elderly against services for young children. Therefore, we would have, for example, to support services for children's centres, 25 hours free childcare for every child of a working parent who's 3 and 4. We would finance that with an extra levy on the banks. I mean, they can afford to do that. That's a good investment in the next generation.
So are you saying that if Labour win the election, or you're in control come May, this will reopen as a children's centre?
We'll start building the services up again. This is a beautiful, really new, purpose-built centre. It's a complete waste not to ensure that we've got the services there. They're services that people want. They really love the services. They need them. And we would make sure, if we get back into government, starting with the 25 hours a week free childcare, we'd be able to build those centres up again.